Hey everybody, this is Brittany here from Surfing Waves of Light. I was just taking a shower this morning and I got a really cool message, so I wanted to share it with all of you. It's a really beautiful day in November. The sun is shining, and so super appreciative of the weather and of all of you. All right, so let's see what the guides have to say. Greetings, dear beings. We are the Arcturian Council, and we are pleased to connect with all of you. Today we wish to speak about perceiving versus knowing, and how this affects the way you think about the world that you live in at this time on Earth. We see that perception is when you judge. It is when you look at the world and see things as both good or bad. You see that an argument was bad. You think that a explosion is bad. You think that getting all your work done is good. You have all of these preconceived judgments about how your actions are affecting your life and your timelines, and how long you are actually going to spend in time when you are a being of timelessness. Yes, and so when you are tapping into your eternal being self, there is no perception needed. There is no need to look around and determine if something is good or bad. When you are in timelessness and in tune with your infinite self, and it takes you humans a little extra effort to do this sometimes, when you sit in quiet and go to that very peaceful place where you can hear our voices, deep, deep down through the heart center, down into the core of who you are, near the solar plexus, right in the stomach area, above the navel, the belly button, below the breasts. When you reach down deep into who you are, that center is of knowing. And when you are trusting in God, the universe, your higher beings, your higher self, any situation you see, there is no need for judgment, because you know. You know that it is good. You know that all will work out, because you recognize that in this separated state, you don't always know what is good for you. And once you recognize the intelligent universe as it is, with guides and teachers who are adjusting the frequencies and lessons they send to you in each millisecond, as to send you the perfect remedy of energetic vibration that you need in each moment, whatever level of mind thinking you are at. Once you recognize that that exists, it is much easier to enter the heart and go down deep into the knowing. For this being who wishes to spend hours hiking in the woods and is not because of fears, when she walks up to a trailhead and takes a deep breath, or does this in the future, and she taps into the knowing that this hike will bring her nothing but joy and love and peace, because that is the vibration she is putting out. We like to show her all the time. When she meets animals, they tend to approach her quite quickly, and that is because of the energy she is putting out. We are not encouraging her to interact with wild animals, but we want her to see that if she is going anywhere, and we want you to see this too, that if you are going anywhere, a war zone, a hike in the woods, out into the ocean, wherever that place is that scares you, know, tap into the knowing that you are being guided, that all will be okay, that you do not know what is best for you always. Now, one of the big distortions around this teaching is your being's perception of love. Many of you assign love to sacrifice, hardship, obligation, 40-hour work weeks, financial status, things you own. But these are not so. You are all in a place now where you are learning what love truly means. Love is not forcing yourself to go on a hike before you are ready, before you have examined your mind for all the times you are perceiving something as bad, merely because this being did not guard her consciousness as a young being. And so, and even to this day sometimes, we see her mind wandering. And so, because that thought or idea or perception was let in, there is a process of examination, a time when you all decide to look at each thought and keep only the good, to look at fears around whatever your fears are. We use this being's fears of grizzly bears, to look at this fear and examine if it is truth. This world is a place of sinfulness. We do not believe in sinfulness. You came here to experience what it would like to be a separated being in sinfulness, in a place that literally teaches you to do the things that will keep you away from the loving, infinite aspect that you are. There is no sin except here, on this planet, on this place that is just a state of mind that you are currently experiencing. It is up to you if sin exists. You may align with us to the place we are at, which is where we know sin does not exist. For all is love. And you are all coming to the time where you can more fully recognize this, where you can practice knowing. Skip the level of perception that is this good or is this bad? If you are grounded, centered, and connected, if you are feeling our vibration with you or sensing us in whichever way you do, if you take the time to take a few deep breaths, connect to the earth, call in your guides and teachers, go to the heart space and go down into that center of knowing. Even in the most sinful times, you all have not forgotten the center. It is the one that you notice when you are in a situation and you sense danger. Even though that sensor has been powered down, it has not been shut off completely, even in the most distorted mind forms. So we are saying, reach above to the highest levels of the intuitive knowing that you are. The knowing. That is the level of God. God knows that only love exists. But he loves his sons, his creation so much that he allowed them even to go into separation and sinlessness. He is not against you. He loves you so much. He allows you to experience whatever you want. And so while this being pretends to be afraid of grizzly bears, or pretends to be afraid of sharks, or whatever comes up for her in that moment, she knows on some level that it is just a game. She knows that this is the game of the world on a deeper level, but the mind is loud and she cannot always tap into that knowing all the time. Her mind is not completely trained. She is in process, like all of you. She is not perfect. Nobody is. Nobody is perfect until they know the love of God. Nobody is God until they know the love of God, which is self, which is loving of oneself. You are all perfect where you are. But coming home to love is beyond perception, is beyond the word perfect. It is a state that is not of this planet at its natural vibration now, but it is a state that you all agreed to bring here. For even the most low vibration worlds cannot continue to exist when there are many beings of high vibration bringing into existence the knowing lovingness of God. No matter how deep and dark, that is the beauty of this planet, that no matter how distorted you may be in self-hatred, guilt, resentment, unforgiveness, anger, have done the most horrific things, it does not matter, because you are the love of God. And on some level, you all know that. And at any level of mind, you can tap into that. Your loving guides and teachers are always here to assist you, but we cannot help if you do not call. Use your words, use the way you speak, how you bring other things into existence, to bring us into existence. Spend time with us so we can help you to know that all that is happening in your life is in perfect divine order. The argument, the bad surf session, the unfortunate circumstance of a loved one, a disagreement. There has been so much implanted into your minds. You must give yourselves some time to process these things and release them. Call us in to help you. That is what we are here for. You no longer have to experience full separation, for it is your natural state to access the loving beingness and acts of God, which is you. You are just experiencing a distorted form of Him. And so now we work towards the other direction until we come to a place of knowingness, which requires no action. It is a state of presence. And that is what love is. It is a state of gentleness, presence, the ability to appreciate. Many of you see something, it triggers you so quickly that there is no time to even invite it in. You block it out because of your own distortions, when it is love. We can only remind you of what love is, for we know that you already know. We will take a bit of time to send an energetic transmission. We wish for you to take our words, perceive the energies, and see what it evokes in you. We are speaking through the experiences and perceptions of this being, but the vibration and the energy and the frequency cannot be mistaken. Spending time away from speech and in the quiet, in the energy. These experiences shorten your time here on earth for sure. It is a practice of being not so attached to the body. It is an experience of being more of your unseparated self. Please let us know if you have any questions about what we just said. Feel for our energy behind any thought or action you take in response to these messages. We wish for you all to ground more into the knowing of who you are and tap more deeply into your own guides and teachers. That is how we create a world of beings connected to oneness. We love you all so very much, and we will speak to you again at another time. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this video. They said everything that needs to be said, and I am wishing you all the best during this day, and all the love and the knowing that you are a divine being and you can create whatever you wish here on planet Earth. So love you all so much. If you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you to everyone who's been watching. It's been super cool. Would love to see your comments. That is so cool for me. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.